Disclaimer: this is educational and informative investment content only, not financial advice.
Hey folks, imagine this. It's January 2026. Post-holiday bills are piling up, inflation's hovering at 2 to 3%, and high Fed rates are making every dollar count. Yet, a shocking 60% of Americans still can't cover a 1K emergency without stress. But what if hitting just 5K in savings could shatter that cycle and unleash a whole new level of financial freedom? That's the game changer we're barking about today. In this video, we'll unpack 10 paw-some reasons why 5K savings flips your life upside down, from ditching money anxiety to unlocking investments and abundance mindset. Stick around. By the end, you'll be motivated to bury those bones in your bank account. Let's fetch that financial glow-up. Number 1. Shatters the mental savings barrier. Ever feel like saving money is an endless uphill battle where every dollar slips through your paws before you can even sniff success? That's the mental barrier holding so many back, that nagging voice saying, "I'll never get ahead." But hitting 5K in savings? Boom! It shatters that barrier like a Shiba smashing through a doggy door. This milestone proves you can save consistently, flipping your script from impossible to "I've got momentum." Suddenly, bigger goals like 10K feel within reach, sparking a chain reaction of financial wins. Key 2026 stat. With personal savings rates projected at a measly 3.9% amid 2 to 3% inflation and post-holiday recovery, over 60% of Americans still can't cover a 1K emergency without dipping into debt or panic mode. You're beating those odds. Think of it like training for a marathon. That first 5K run builds your belief that the full race is doable, turning doubt into drive. Actionable steps? Start small. Track your expenses for 1 week using a free app like Mint. Then automate $50 weekly transfers to a high-yield savings account. Build that habit and watch the barrier crumble. Whew, what a relief. No more feeling dog-tired from money stress. But wait, how does this buffer protect you from real-life surprises? Stick around for number 2. Number 2. Covers unexpected emergencies. Picture this. Your car breaks down, or boom, a medical bill hits out of nowhere. Without a safety net, you're scrambling, borrowing at high-sky interest, or worse, racking up credit card debt that dogs you for years. But with 5K tucked away, it's your ultimate emergency fund, covering 3 to 6 months of essentials and slashing that stress to zero. This isn't just cash, it's peace of mind, letting you handle life's curveballs without derailing your progress. Updated 2026 vibe. As we kick off the year with high Fed rates lingering about 25 to 30% of folks starting with zero savings, that 5K means you're not part of the 60% who can't handle a 1K hit without sweating bullets. Analogy time? It's like your personal fire extinguisher. You hope you never need it, but when flames erupt, it's there to douse the disaster before it spreads. To make it happen, first, calculate your monthly must-haves, rent, food, and bills, and aim for at least 3 months' worth. Second, park it in a separate account to avoid temptation. Think of it like burying your bone where you won't dig it up casually. As a Shiba, I'd call this your fetch-proof fund, safe from impulse grabs. But once secure, how does this cash start working for you? Don't go anywhere. Number 3 is where the magic multiplies. Number 3. Enables compounding magic. All right, you've got 5K sitting pretty, but why stop at stashing? This milestone unlocks the power of compounding, where your money earns money on autopilot, growing faster than you can chase a squirrel. With inflation nibbling at 2 to 3% in 2026, parking it in a high-yield savings or basic investments turns that sum into a wealth builder, fighting erosion and setting up future you for wins. Stat check? The average S&P 500 return hovers around 10.5% historically, but even at conservative 6% compounding, your 5K could double in about 12 years, way better than the national savings rate dipping to 3.9% this year. Strong analogy? Albert Einstein called compounding the 8th wonder of the world, like a snowball rolling downhill, starting small but gathering mass into an avalanche of gains. Get started with these steps. Open a high-yield online savings account yielding over 4%. Shop around via Bankrate. Then, once your emergency base is solid, divert 10% to a low-fee index fund via Vanguard or Fidelity. Automate it all for set it and forget it ease. Paw-some, right? As your furry finance guru, I'd say this is how you turn bones into a treasure trove without lifting a paw. But hold on, how does this boost your inner confidence? Number 4 is up next, and it's a game changer. Number 4, builds unshakable confidence. Ever caught yourself saying yes to a lousy job or impulse buy just because you're scared of running dry? That's scarcity mode in action, folks. It keeps you playing small, doubting every move. But slam that 5K milestone? Whoa, it builds unshakable confidence like nothing else, turning "what if I can't" into "I've got this handled." Suddenly, you're pickier with gigs, negotiations, and spending because you know you've got a buffer backing you up. This shift, it's the secret sauce for bolder life choices, from side hustles to saying no to toxic drains. Key 2026 stat? With high Fed rates still pinching pockets post-holidays and 25 to 30% of folks kicking off the year with zilch in savings, hitting 5K puts you in the elite crew who can weather storms without folding. Confidence skyrockets when you're not part of that vulnerable pack. Analogy alert? It's like leveling up in a video game. That first boss win unlocks new powers, making the whole quest feel epic instead of endless grind. Action steps? Review your wins weekly. Jot down 3 things you're proud of financially. Then practice saying no to one non-essential expense. Second, role-play a salary negotiation script to flex that new self-belief muscle. As your furry finance guru, I'd say this is positively empowering. No more tail between the legs vibes. But how does this confidence crush debt? Hang tight for number 5. It's a debt-destroying powerhouse. Number 5, tackles high-interest debt faster. Picture debt piling up like a snowball in hell. Credit cards charging 27% interest, turning a 1K balance into a monster that dogs you for decades. Without savings, you're trapped, paying minimums, watching fees devour your future. But with 5K secure, game on. It frees mental and financial bandwidth to attack that high-interest debt head first, slashing balances faster and dodging the slavery of endless payments. This milestone means reallocating cash aggressively, saving you thousands on loans or mortgages down the line. Updated 2026, as inflation ticks at 2 to 3% and over 60% of folks can't swing a 1K emergency without borrowing more, your 5K buffer lets you pay off consumer debt without derailing basics. Think saving up to $89,000 in interest on a $300,000 mortgage with better rates from a cleaned-up slate. Strong analogy? Debt's like a bad ex. It lingers, costs you big, and holds you back. 5K is the breakup fee that sets you free to thrive. Get cracking with these steps. List all debts by interest rate, snowball or avalanche method. Pick your poison. Then redirect $100 monthly from non-essentials straight to the highest rate one. Bonus, use a debt payoff app like fundedit.it for tracking progress without the headache. Whew, talk about fetching freedom from those debt hounds. But once debt's tamed, what's next for your growing stash? Number 6 unlocks the investment door. You won't want to miss this wealth builder.
Why let your money lounge around when it could be hustling for you? Pre-5K, investing feels risky. One wrong move and poof, your safety net's gone. But hit that mark, it unlocks smarter plays, letting you divert 10 to 15% into powerhouse options like the S&P 500 or retirement accounts, building wealth on autopilot while your emergency fund stays intact. This isn't gambling, it's strategic growth, fostering diversification and that sweet abundance mindset where money works harder than you do. 2026 insight. With S&P 500 historical returns at 10.5%, outpacing the dipping 3.9% national savings rate, and high Fed rates making bonds tempting too, your 5K base means you're primed to invest without fear, especially as 25 to 30% start the year savingless and miss out on compounding. Analogy time. It's like planting a money tree. 5K is the fertile soil. Investments are the seeds that sprout into a forest of passive income, not some overnight weed. Actionable now. Once your fund's solid, open a brokerage like Robinhood or Vanguard for low-fee index funds. Start with $50 auto investments monthly. Second, educate via free resources like Khan Academy to pick diversified ETFs that match your risk vibe. As a clever Shiba, I'd say this turns your bones into a buried treasure that multiplies. Pure, perfect magic. But wait, how does this tie into credit superpowers? Number 7's about to boost your borrowing game. Stay tuned. Number 7, improves credit and opens doors. Think about it. Your credit score is like your adult GPA. It follows you everywhere, deciding if you get approved for loans, apartments, or even jobs. Without a solid buffer, emergencies force you to charge everything, tanking your score with late payments and maxed cards. But with 5K locked in, you avoid those traps, pay bills on time, and keep utilization low. Suddenly, you're building a 740-plus credit score that saves you serious cash on everything from cars to homes. 2026 reality check. High Fed rates are still making borrowing pricey, and a strong score can save you up to $89,000 in interest over the life of a $300,000 mortgage, while 25 to 30% of Americans start the year with zero savings, leaving them stuck in high-cost debt cycles. Strong analogy, credit's your financial passport. A good one opens VIP doors, a bad one gets you stuck at customs paying extra fees. Action steps. Pull your free credit report weekly from annualcreditreport.com and dispute any errors. Then keep credit utilization under 30% by paying balances in full each month. Simple moves that compound fast. Ha! As a Shiba with shades on, I'd say this turns your credit from a rough situation into a smooth, tail-wagging ride. But how does this new confidence fuel bigger income plays? Number 8 is about to shift your whole mindset. Number 8, shifts to abundance mindset. Scarcity mode is exhausting. Every decision feels like a fight, every dollar a potential loss. Hit 5K and you break free, moving from I can't afford it to how can I make this work? This milestone creates psychological space for abundance, less anxiety, more proactive choices, guilt-free fun, and even giving back. It's the switch from reactive survival to intentional building. Key stat for January 2026, with inflation steady at 2 to 3% and national savings rates projected at just 3.9%, most people stay reactive, but your 5K buffer flips the script, reducing decision fatigue and opening doors to monthly money check-ins that keep you ahead. Analogy time. It's like upgrading from a tiny apartment to a house with a backyard. Suddenly, there's room to breathe, grow, and enjoy life without squeezing every penny. Get moving. Schedule a 30-minute monthly money meeting with yourself or a partner to review progress and celebrate wins. Then allocate 1 to 2% of income to something fun or charitable. Train your brain to see money as abundant, not scarce. Whoa, talk about going from fetching scraps to feasting at the table. Pure abundance vibes. But wait, how does this new mindset supercharge your income plays? Number 9 has the goods. Number 9. Boosts income and career moves. Ever turn down a dream job or side hustle because you couldn't risk a paycheck gap? That's the 5K difference. With a cushion, you're free to take calculated risks, negotiate harder, or launch that side gig without fear of falling flat. This milestone empowers bolder moves, accelerating income growth in a year when economic shifts make career agility essential. 2026 update. As high Fed rates cool the job market but side hustles thrive, 60% of Americans still can't handle a $1,000 emergency. Your 5K means you're the one who can pivot, upskill, or negotiate raises without panic. Strong analogy, it's like having a parachute when skydiving. You jump higher and bolder, knowing you won't crash on impact. Action steps. Identify one income-boosting move, certification, freelance profile, or salary talk, and commit to it this month. Then build a risk fund within your 5K for 1 to 2 months' expenses if needed. Gives you the courage to leap. As your fluffy finance wingman, I'd bark that this is how you turn woof into whoa, I'm earning more. But hold on, how does all this finally crush money anxiety for good? Number 10 wraps it up beautifully. Number 10, breaks the anxiety cycle. Money stress is a silent killer. It keeps you up at night, clouds decisions, and traps you in reactive loops. But hitting 5K, it breaks that cycle hard, replacing worry with peace. You stop hiding from statements, goodbye ostrich effect, start planning proactively, and sleep better knowing you're prepared. This is true financial freedom, not millions, but control.
Updating 2026 insight. With post-holiday recovery and 25 to 30% of folks still savingless amid 2 to 3% inflation, your 5K creates that rare calm, turning saving into buying freedom instead of deprivation. Analogy, it's like finally taking off a heavy backpack you've been carrying for years. Suddenly, everything feels lighter, easier, and full of possibility. Action steps. Celebrate the milestone with a small reward, coffee, not a splurge. Then set your next target, 10K maybe, and automate transfers to keep the momentum. Reflect weekly on how the anxiety is dropped. Reinforce the win. Paw-some, right? As your Shiba Finance pal, I'd say this is how you go from money's chasing me to I'm chasing my dreams. Total game changer. And there you have it, friends. Hitting that 5K savings milestone is the quiet revolution your finances have been begging for in 2026. Quick recap of the 3 biggest game changers. First, it shatters your mental barrier and builds unstoppable confidence, proving you can do this. Second, it unlocks compounding magic, letting your money grow while you sleep instead of just sitting there. Third, it breaks the anxiety cycle for good, trading constant stress for real peace, abundance mindset, and the freedom to chase bigger dreams without fear. If any of this hit home, smash that like button right now. It helps spread the word. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss another paw-some money tip. Drop a comment below. What's your current savings level? Under 1K, closing in on 5K, or already past it? I read every single one. Share this video with a friend who needs this exact wake-up call. Thanks for hanging out with your favorite finance Shiba today. Keep burying those smart investments, and I'll see you in the next one.